On October 18th, Valve published a video discussing a new verification program for games on Steam to be communicated to customers on what games specifically will run best on Valve's upcoming handheld computer, the Steam Deck. This verification process is not the most stringent software verification program I've ever seen. However, it's incredibly consumer friendly as it lets users know right from the get-go what software is possible to be run on their units. Valve went into their own software to demonstrate which titles work best for the unit, highlighting specifically things like Half-Life Alyx as something not designed to run. In order to be able to meet their own standards, Valve software is actually taking it upon themselves to update their old library to best reflect the capabilities of the Steam Deck. And the beginning of this process has started with an unannounced beta branch that was recently released for Half-Life 2. This beta branch brings a significant number of long-withstanding bug fixes, things that have been asked to be fixed for nearly 15 years. Unfortunately, because this is a beta branch, we do not have specific patch notes. However, just in playing for a few minutes, it's already noticeable that the buggy seen within Highway 17 is no longer a copy-paste job from Episode 2, a regression that took place upon the release of the Orange Box back in 2007. The main focus of this is the UI, the resolution scaling, and making sure that Half-Life 2 perfectly fits the Steam Deck's odd aspect ratio. The HUD is now unlocked and scales perfectly to whatever resolution the game is being played at. This results in HUD elements being much larger on non-4x3 monitors than we have ever seen before. This is how the game was intended to be seen, and because Valve never took the time to fix it, we've been playing an inferior version. We also now have ultra-wide support, a field of view that goes up to 110 without having to modify the game's DLLs, and the ability to decouple the game's aspect ratio with the HUD aspect ratio, a feature that I find puzzling to exist, but hey, if you want to experiment, this is all wrapped up in a package that now supports Vulkan. Half-Life 2 now has support for the Vulkan rendering API, something that is obviously being done to take advantage of the Linux-based SteamOS operating system that the Steam Deck now runs. Vulkan is something that we saw be introduced to Portal 2 earlier this year, and now, due to the verification program, we pretty much have confirmation that every single one of Valve's back catalog titles, at least the ones they intend to be usable on the Steam Deck, which is pretty much all of them, will be receiving bug fix updates and Vulkan updates to be able to make them best take advantage of the hardware that they are releasing later this year. The Steam Deck is incoming. We are going to be seeing it in limited quantities in December and to the wider audience in January, and it's something that everybody wants. It's such a success that it seems like it's changed Valve's own priorities, directing some of their hardware developers away from virtual reality and focusing more on SoC-based compute units, which of course will work its way back into a virtual reality standalone headset that sadly it's Bradley has been reporting on, codenamed the Deckard. We'll be focusing on that in a later video, but for the time being, the Steam Deck is hot on its heels, and I am personally very much anticipating it. The ability to play full-fat PC games anywhere on the go is something everybody has wanted, and Valve really is attempting to deliver it. I will attempt to make a roundup on all the information we currently have on the Steam Deck if it's seen as of value by the viewers. However, we're so close, we might as well just wait for an unboxing. Anyways, I'm Tyler McVicker. Thank you very much for watching. Follow the Twitter for news up to date on everything that I cover, and I hope you have a good week. Adios.